Hello, McIntosh County parents. I'm Miss Popple, and here joining me today is our MCA counselor, Miss DeBerry. We are going to talk today about helping your student understand the power of a zero. If they don't turn in an assignment and they get a zero on that assignment, we need to help them understand how that affects them, how we can prevent it, and how you can kind of monitor their grades a little bit so you know what's going on.
Yes, so we're going to talk about what that zero does. Our high schoolers have certainly heard the expression say no to the zero. They hear it a lot, and it's a really important statement and something that they should all know and you should know.
Mm-hmm. So, does the zero just affect our high school students?
Oh, no, it affects our middle school students, our elementary school students. If they're going to get a grade, it averages out, the zeros are going to make a huge difference in their final grade. So as you can see here, one missed assignment can take a great grade to a bad grade. So we really want to aim for getting the work done and turned in. So any other grade besides a zero is going to keep the average going in the right direction. Now, I've given a couple of math examples here. So let's say you got you've had two 95s, and then all of a sudden something happens, you get a 60. Well, if you divide those by 3, you get an 83 of an average. Well, that's still in the passing range. You've got a B, and you can do so much to get that brought back up. But I want you to look at the second example there. That example says that if we do 2 great papers or assignments and we get 95s on them, and then we decide we're not going to do the third assignment, so we get a 0 in the grade book. Well, when we divide that by 3 and we get our average, we are now failing. We have a 62 in that class just because of that 0. So it's really important that they turn in the work. Things happen. There are so many opportunities, especially here at the high school, to make up those zeros. Life happens. We're out sometimes because we're sick. So some of the most important things for you as a parent when it comes to talking to your students about the power of a zero is making sure that you are communicating with your students' teachers. And one of the great ways to do that is through Remind. You're not on Remind, you are missing out. Please get set up with that. Also, get PowerSchool Parent Portal as an app on your phone. And the reason for that is every time my student's grade changes, I get a message saying so-and-so's grade has changed. It'll tell me if it's dropped, if it's went up. It'll tell me the letter grade. It'll tell me if it went from an A to an F. And what a great way for me to be able to ask my child, hey, tell me about this. So, and then here you have some other things that you can help out with, attend those parent engagement events. We really do want to see y'all here. Support those homework expectations. Ask your student, hey, is there something that you need to complete that you didn't get done today? Take attendance seriously. If they have to be out, make sure you're sending notes in and you're following up. And then get involved and talk about school. It should be a daily conversation, our education. And then encourage your students to seek help.
Right. So it takes a lot more good grades to make up 1 0 than it does for a 0 to affect your overall grade. Ms. DeBerry did mention making sure that you are keeping those lines of communication open. All of our teachers are available via email. They check their email several times a day. If you're not able to communicate via email, you can communicate via Remind. You can also call and leave a message for our teachers for them to call you back. And another thing that she pointed out is making sure that you're connected to PowerSchool. Put PowerSchool on your phone so that you can monitor their grades and their attendance as well. If you need help or assistance in accessing PowerSchool and learning how to do that, and visit our website. You can also contact myself so that I can walk you through on how to use Parent Portal so that you can monitor those grades. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or Miss DeBerry or any of our school counselors to help your child. We're here to help and keep them on track. And just remember that the zero is powerful.